Hello you lot, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to make something really simple, really tasty. I'm going to make sourdough crumpets. So, the more observant of you have noticed over the last few months this beast lurking in the corner behind me. This is my sourdough starter, who hasn't actually got a name because, well, you know, he hasn't, or she hasn't, it hasn't, they haven't. Anyway, it's sourdough starter. This was given to us by our baby last time it came. So if you're into sourdough, you know that every few days you have to chuck half of it away and replenish it with fresh flour and water. And this discard, well, you know, you can discard it, which seems a terrible waste to me, but you can actually use it. And one of the things you can use it for is to make perfect and really quick and easy crumpets. So I'm going to show you how I do that. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, give it a share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications, all that good stuff. All right, let's get on with it. So we're going to make our crumpet batter mix, and what you need is your sourdough starter. Give it a stir. This is before you feed it. And then pour off 1 cup, 250 ml into the bowl. And I'll feed that later now because it's depleted. Now you want to add ½ teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and ½ teaspoon of sugar. And mixy. So the baking powder will start to bubble after a bit. And you might find you've got clumps of stuff, so you need to, you know, mix it 2 or 3 times to get rid of, to even those out. Now, if you're making crumpets, you're absolutely going to need some rings to make them in. Otherwise, they'll just go all over the place and they'll be more like pancakes. So these are actual crumpet rings, which seems like an extravagance, but, well, it isn't, because we've been having crumpets every Saturday since I got this sourdough. So these are 9 centimetres, about 3.5 inch diameter. If you don't want to go to the expense of getting these, you can use plain rings, or cut the top and bottom off a tuna can or something, but be careful of the edges because they'll be sharp. Okay, we had a bit of a problem. You saw previously the induction hob there with a frying pan on it, which I was going to use to demonstrate how you cook your crumpets. Unfortunately, well, it's a brand new piece of kit. I've never used it before, except to boil a pan of water. So I managed to burn my crumpets comprehensively, and yeah, made a total wreck of them basically. So back to the old hob for now, until I learn how to use that new thing. Alright, so you want to get a really solid flat bottom frying pan, because if there's any inclination, if there's any dome shaping, the batter will leak out the bottom of the rings. So the flattest pan you've got is what you need. So coat it in oil and put it on medium-low heat, and then place the crumpet rings in and pour in, into each one, pour in 1/4 of the batter. And leave them alone for a bit until the bottom and the sides have begun to set. And once you can see the cooking has almost reached to the top, you can remove the rings. If you do that too soon, the uncooked batter will escape and make a right mess of your crumpets. If you want to make a big batch that you can use in the future, you can stop at this point and keep them in the fridge for a bit, or if you want to keep them longer, you can freeze them. But when you want to bring them back to life, you can chuck them in the toaster for a bit, or under the grill for a bit. And there you go. And once you're at the point where the top is pretty solidly cooked, you can turn them over and just briefly, lightly brown the tops, and then they're done. And now it's taste test time with Mrs. KeefCooks.
They're indoors.
Yeah.
Whoa, crumpets!
Yeah. Right, those are yours.
Those are mine.
These are mine with
okay. He likes his butter.
Healthy butter.
Yeah.
See, the point about crumpet is you put enough butter on, and it should go all the way through and leave a puddle on the plate underneath.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. So
God, these are hot.
Yes, they've just come out of the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
These are normally eaten, well, they're always eaten warm or hot, aren't they? But for breakfast or for a light lunch or afternoon tea, it's...
Let's have some Marmite. Okay.
So, and yeah, I like Marmite on it, but you know, you could also have jam, sweet things. And at least one day of the weekend, we have crumpets and kippers.
This is a completely new thing, never even thought about before. But crumpets, sourdough crumpets and kippers are they're the food of the gods, I tell you. And the sourdough, how old is it now?
Well, I think, was it September when it came?
So it was already, you know, a baby one then. I've been going for a while. But the flavour just intensifies, and with the kippers on it, of course, it's all buttery and it's just fabulous. So kippers on sourdough crumpets with and some fried tomato.
And a poached egg. I like poached egg.
We'll never agree on eggs, will we?
Okay, alright, done.
Well, this is me actually late for lunch. It's been a bit mad. So, yeah, I really appreciate these. Thank you, Dummy.
Okay, alright then, that's it. So, thank you for watching and see you next time.